What's up, everybody? It's your boy Andrew Case, and you are now tuned into the Middle Initial Podcast. Today is December 12th, 2022, and I'm here with the gang, Kevin A. Lewis and Jude A. Jackson. What's going on, guys? What's going on, Kev?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm ready to do some hating tonight. I'm ready. I'm ready to do
Oh,
it. I'm just gonna lead off with it. Ready to do some hating. Ready to dunk Jude through the earth's crust. That's every podcast episode. But tonight I'm feeling extra fervor to do so. But you know what it is. How you doing, Case?
I'm good, man. I'm exhausted. We're going to get into my exhaustion. I've been saying on social media, and I said I'm exhausted. We're going to get into my exhaustion, and I got a nice prop to showcase. Jude, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. I sadly just watched Kyler Murray get hurt on the field, so that always sucks. But I'm doing well. I hope everyone's doing well. Had a great weekend, all of that stuff. Case is excited. Kev's excited. I'm excited. We're all excited.
Shout out to the YouTube. We're gonna do things a little different. I know people who are tuning in on Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. You definitely listen to the audio. But if you're like me and you like a little visuals to it, we've been ramping up our visual aspects. So shout out to our YouTube followers. Make sure you subscribe to the Middle Show Podcast on YouTube so you can see me, Kev, and Jude, our expressions, and us laughing and going crazy. This is real. It's not no LOL stuff. But let's get it started. The Jets lose for the first time this season, 2 in a row. We lose a tough one to the Buffalo Bills with the score of 20-12. Mike White got absolutely pummeled yesterday. I think they said he faced like 22 pressures. He got hit. He got hit bad the first time, and they got hit bad the second time. The second hit was just outrageous, outlandish. But a lot of questionable things from yesterday. Jets lose a tough one. We're 7-6. Surprisingly, this is the first time the Jets lost 2 in a row this season. So let's start with that. This is the first time the Jets are on a 2-game losing streak. Kev, what are your thoughts about that?
I don't really care. If it was 2 out of 3, it's like the streak part doesn't matter. Like, they lost the games, that sucks. If they had sandwiched the win, but if the Bears game came a week later instead, the losing 2 in a row doesn't bother me. Now, the game itself, I can't even really. It was disappointing because it was a very winnable football game, despite obviously the conditions or whatever else and blah, blah, blah. Like, the Jets, we have gotten to the point where we can pretty much agree that the Jets are at bare minimum an above average team. And they play competitive games every week. And it's just sometimes like just a little bit more offense could go a long way. Fine. Understood. The game itself, like the CJ Mosley thing, I was equal parts annoyed and humored because that shit was hilarious objectively, but I was like, God damn, why would you do that? Why? You're not Troy Polamalu, my friend. Come on, man. They're at their own fort. I get it. And they might be crazy enough to snap the ball, but come on. If you're going to take that chance, you better be right. Like, you better be right. Point blank, period. And the rest of it is just the defense did what they usually do. They stood on their head basically the entire game. They did what they do. And I would really appreciate if the Jets would just release Joe Flacco or he retired. He ain't retired. He ain't turned on them checks. But I'd appreciate if he just went away. I don't care how it has to happen. I just need him to go away. He is cement feet. And it's not even like he's getting by on some kind of smarts. Like, go watch the all 22 from the first 3 games. This is open people running all over the place. And Joe Flacco throwing it double coverage. Joe Flacco throwing fucking moon balls to 5'9" receivers down the sideline. All kind of shit. He comes in the game twice. The second time around, he loses the ball fucking immediately. For the life of me, I just don't understand why the fuck he is here. And I would do really reprehensible things for them to get him out of my fucking face sooner rather than fucking later. I just need him gone. I don't care how it has to happen. I don't care who y'all got to sign to replace him. I don't care if y'all got to elevate Strebler or Strebler's under active route. I don't give a fuck. Just Joe Flacco getting any reps, Joe Flacco being on the roster is pointless. But I don't really have a whole lot of meaningful, in-depth takeaways outside of that. Garrett Wilson's nasty. It's nice to see Elijah Moore get involved a little bit. Mike White looks like Mike White has more arm talent than I realized, and it seems like he's developing in a way that you don't necessarily see from a 5th-round pick, because they don't really give 5th-round picks time to develop in that way. What that means for him in the short term, I don't really know. What it means for him in the long term, I damn sure don't know. Like, I have no idea what the fuck this means in the long term. But he, at the bare minimum, is competent, and the Jets' schedule lightens up. So, unlike these other two dudes on this podcast, I'm cool where the Jets are. Like, we 7-6. I'm cool with where the Jets are. These guys are fucking downers. So, I'm cool. I'm level-headed today, man.
Yeah. No, I'm not cool. And there's a reason. There's a reason. I think I'm at a level of exhaustion with the Jets this season, and not in a bad way. I'm just like, we do things like this 3 days a week, right? We have Spaces Sunday night, we have the podcast Monday, right, and we have Spaces Friday. So Friday's a pregame, Sunday's postgame, and then Monday we wrap it all together in a tight little ribbon, right? And we drop this show for you guys Wednesday 10 o'clock. We do videos, so you guys have YouTube now. So a part of just the routine of covering the Jets and discussing it with, my brothers, and also being on social media on Twitter with a bunch of people, I'm exhausted. I think it's because I've been saying the same thing for maybe the past 6 weeks. And I think that's a part of the reason, Kev, why I'm not optimistic. I said the Jets need to split with the Patriots, and we lose both. You know what I mean? We lost the first one. It was a close game, competitive game. Could have been way better for Zach. But I'm like, listen, after the bye week, come back, we can win, blah, blah. All right, we don't. Okay? Not the end of the world that we lose. Then, the Bears coming up, and I'm like, that might be tough. But luckily for us, Justin Fields, who was extremely hot, was hurt. We didn't face him. The Bears defense is not good. It was the Mike White game. Finally get Mike White, and we win. And I said after that, look, we got to split Vikings, Bills. And a lot of people had us lose to the Bills. I said Vikings is a must win. We got to win that Vikings game, right? We come out and we lose. But not only do we lose, it's fashion that we lose. We should have won that game, right? Then the Bills game kind of becomes a must win, which what we discussed Friday is the Bills a must win. And then, some people felt like, it's not. But I'm like, you got to play the Lions and the Jags in a short week. Now, I know the Lions and the Jags aren't, world beaters, but the Lions have a top 10 offense, a top 5 offense, right? And a bottom 2 defense. I think it's 31st. I think the offense is ranked 5th in the league, and the defense is ranked 31st, right? So, and they have the leading rusher as far as rushing touchdowns in Williams. Jared Goff has not been making a lot of mistakes, even though the Jets are the top in turnovers, tops in sacks, stuff like that. It's not going to be an easy game, right? You gotta win the Bills game. You lose. We're at 7-6. Now our percentages are dropping. The playoff percentage is dropping to, I think, 33% on one chart and 26 on another. I think Zach Black tweeted that out. And I'm like, okay, so we have to win pretty much 4 games. 3 to be safe, but we pretty much have to win 4. We needed Miami to win, and they lost. And we need the Patriots to lose, and Kyler Murray just got caught off the field. So not only will we jumped by the Patriots that we lost to twice, so we go from being the 8th to the 9th. Now we got to hope that Miami loses some more, the Patriots lose because we don't have tiebreakers, and the Chargers lose. And on top of that, we have to win. The Jets were 8-3 before and then go to the playoffs with Brett Favre. The Jets were 8-3 and stumbled back into the playoffs. Hold on. The Jets were 8-3 before and stumbled backwards in the playoffs with Mark Sanchez. As a Jets fan, why can't I want my team to put away the rest of the season and kind of relax a little bit and games not mean so much? That's all it is. It's not. I'm tired of the drama. Can we win the games we need to win and be 9-4 and be like, you know what, we need 2 wins. That's it. No, we need 3 to 4 wins, and we need other people to lose. Like somebody said today, like, oh, it's adversity. No, it's not adversity. You know what adversity was for us this season? Adversity was your quarterback not starting and Joe Flacco starting. That's adversity. Your right tackle, who we didn't trade or anything like that, out for the season. Your rookie running back, who was, for all intents and purposes, offensive rookie of the year, out for the season. That's adversity. Dealing with injuries and stuff like that, that's adversity. This right here is downright shitty, and it's exhausting because I have to say, not I told you so, but I have to say, man, if we only won one of those games or 2 of those games, we'd be in a better position. The games I felt we should have won. And the things I kept saying, we need a cushion. We need a cushion so that if we have a short week against Detroit and the Jags and we lose one of those games, it's not the end of the fucking season. So if that's me being negative, that's fine. I'm
100%. I mean, if
I'm negative as fuck.
Ain't no if.
Hey,
ain't no
Kev,
if, bro.
Kev,
ain't no
if
if.
that's listen, Kev, if that's me being negative,
ain't no if. And because you bring it up,
that
has not, bro. Brett Favre not walking through that door. Eric Mangini not walking through that door. Calvin Pace
it's not who was there. It's the fashion.
It has nothing to do with today.
It's the
nothing.
Kev
has nothing to do with today.
6-2. 6-2.
Sure.
6-2. What's our record now?
Did we ever?
What is our record now?
7-6, correct?
That means we're what? 1 in what?
I mean, they didn't get to 6-2, did they? They got to. They were at 5-3.
5-3.
Jude, you muted.
Yeah, Jude, I can't hear you. What was it? Was it? We were 6-3 at one point.
They were 5-2.
5-2,
and then they lost to the Patriots.
Right. Then 6-3. So, okay. So when we were 6-3,
right,
they were 1 for our last 4.
Yes.
Now I'm just saying, as a fan who's seen a team go 1 for their last 4, or see a team go 3 for their last 6 and stumble back, and you needed people to lose. If you are a fan like me, and I know you're a fan, Kev, and I know Jude's a fan, you mean to tell, especially a Pat Mahomes Kansas City Chiefs fan, Kev, who preaches, you don't want to easy, a little slide.
Oh, I mean, who wouldn't like it easy? Everybody wants it easy. Okay, understood. Okay. That does, like, I've read the tweets. Obviously, like, you're saying what you're saying to me now. Like yeah, I'm
exhausted.
What changed from 2 weeks ago to now with the team that all of a sudden, is just strictly based on results? Because I don't think the team is that different. It's not like they went out there and they got their doors blown off.
I've never said the one thing people keep saying that I've never said. I never said I fear the Lions. I never said I don't believe in this team. Correct. I'm saying Woody.
They don't have a lot of
Damian Woody's like, are you guys excited? No, we're 7-6. Will Parks with Parkinson, Will Parks, he's saying, are you excited? And I'm like, no, no, I'm not excited, because when we were 6-3, I'm like, if we win 2 more games between this, boom, boom, hey, it's an easier road down because remember that stretch we said was an easier stretch. Lions, Jags, Seattle, Miami. Okay. Whether you believe in the Lions or not, or the Jags or not, it's 2 games in a short week, right? For a banged up team. Then you have to play Seattle. Geno's on this revenge tour. Tell him I'm not picking up. And then it's Miami, which may mean the playoffs, right? It just feels like a lot has to happen. And for me, it's not fun anymore. Because these are games we should have won. We should have beat Minnesota. We should have beat Buffalo. We should have beat the Patriots. These are games we should have won. I'm exhausted. I'm frustrated. I'm not happy. I'm not enjoying the season anymore. Now I'm just watching a team that I feel is a year away.
I feel like let me put this carefully. I feel like if you're actively not enjoying the season, I kind of feel like you're a fucking grump. Like that's the best way I could put it. I feel like you're a fucking outright. Bro?
How?
In a season where nobody expected them to win more than 6 or 7 games, realistically, they have a shot at the playoffs in December.
Yes, and I had them at 9 and 8.
About? Yeah, they lost 2 out of 3. Okay, cool. I understand that. Not all losses are built the same. Number one, and number two, like if Zach Wilson was still playing, I'd probably be.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
I am. You are not. I am. I'm simply taking your perspective and saying how I would feel if I was in your shoes. I guess whatever. Like I'd feel the same way if Zach Wilson was still the quarterback. You have a different quarterback who is improving, right? We think he's improving. You have one of the top defenses in the league, and you have an easier schedule down the stretch. I feel like if you're just not having fun, you're either A grump, or B, you're letting whatever social media discourse or conversation kind of ruin your fun. The team is a good watch, and they're a good team. Are they not? Am I wrong?
Again, none of my tweets or discourse have said the Jets are a bad team.
Correct.
None of my tweets or discourse said the defense is bad.
If they're a good team and a good watch, go ahead.
The idea of a team, you know, the conversation. All we got to do is win 4 in a row. All you do is 3. No,
right?
Win 2. You know what I'm saying? It's always all we have to do, or all this person has to do. It's a little frustrating, a little exhausting, and it would be nice. Like, just like it would be nice. People feel like it would be nice to just have a franchise quarterback. It would be nice if you went 13-3, 12-4. Remember 12-4? You remember how it felt when we were 12-4?
That wasn't a realistic ask of this team.
What do you remember when we were 12-4? What I'm asking you.
In 1998, yeah, sure.
Okay. Do you remember how it feels to? Do you remember how it feels to not have to? All you have to do, you're already in. You're good. Okay, so it's just a feeling. I want my team to not all they have to do every fucking year. And if it is all we have to do, it's 1 game, not 4, not 3. Like it's 1 game, bro.
So I have been silenced by the mob. My technology has silenced me for a little bit, but I am here. I am here. I'm ready. I missed most of the dunking, so to speak. I'm like, I don't know what
it's been peaceful so far, but you have started talking, so that could change at any moment. Go ahead.
But I will say, in regards to what Case is saying, I mean, this is how a lot of the teams who are playing for a wild card feel. I mean, a wild card team that's going to be like, we have to win 3 or 4 games to get in. The Chargers feel that way right now too. Yes, they're in the playoffs right now. They don't have to win just 1 game to stay in. They probably have to win 2 or 3 more games to stay in. The Patriots, they're 6-6 right now. They're out. They'll have to see the same thing too. So it's like that. I don't get the mindset that just because they have to win 3 or 4 games, you can be less enthusiastic. I think for me, what makes me
how are you making this point? How are you making this point?
Hold on. For me, the pessimism doesn't come from the fact that the Jets can't do something. They cannot absolutely go 3-1 or 4-0. The issue is the fact that we're catching teams that are hot. The Lions are hot. The Jaguars
flies directly in the face of what you just said. You realize that's correct? It flies in the face of what you just said. Like, everybody in the wild card race feels this way. Yeah, correct. And then now you're saying, I feel this way because we're trying to catch teams. Yeah, it's
not about
the wild card race.
No, it's not the catching teams. It's the fact that we're playing teams that are hot right now. That's the difference.
Yo, y'all got us. Oh my god, this fucking hot team shit. Oh my god.
And I want to go back to the game right quick.
Who are these hot teams that they're fucking playing? Who? The Lions are hot. Okay, bro. What have they done on the road this year? Since everybody is fucking world beaters now. Let's get into it. What the fuck are the Lions doing on the road this year?
Haven't done much.
Let's talk. What are they doing?
They only beat the Bears on the road, from what I can.
They're averaging 18 points a game on the road, and they're giving up 28. That's what the Lions have done on the road this year.
Yeah,
correct.
They have.
Yes, what is the book on Jared Goff as a quarterback? Jared Goff is not a rookie.
Weather.
What is the
weather.
what?
He doesn't like cold weather. He doesn't like it.
And in between the lines, what doesn't he handle well?
Pressure.
Okay. What do the Jets do better than damn near anybody in the league?
Pressure. But
okay. And Sunday is supposed to be how many degrees?
40, I think. I mean, that's not
30,
cold
37
by
to be
any-
exact. Okay, so it's going to be cold, and Jared Goff's slow ass is going to be pressured all over MetLife Field on Sunday. Am I saying the Jets are going to win the game? No. Am I saying that the Lions are getting too much fucking respect? Yes. Y'all got to stop acting like they're the fucking 99 Rams. Relax.
Okay, that's fair.
The Jets are a better football team than they are, period.
No, the Lions have gotten respect across. The Lions got a lot of respect last season when I was flaming the Lions. And the Lions have gotten a lot of respect this season.
And they're getting too much respect today and yesterday.
But
like, I've been reading how Jared Goff is going to come do X, Y, Z and drop his dick on the fucking table for the last 24 hours. I've been reading this. I've seen it.
Considering that the Lions took the Bills down to the fourth quarter, considering
that's
the Lions
indoors.
took Miami,
why do I care about that?
Hold on. Considering the Lions had Miami on the ropes for three quarters. And I'm not saying Jared Goff is going to come in the stadium.
Another game indoors that you decided, by the way. But go ahead, keep going.
I'm not saying that the Lions going to come in and kill. All I'm saying is I don't understand how everyone is sleeping and saying this is going to be a wash.
Are the Jets better?
Yes.
Do the Lions match up well with the Jets? No. That's why people are confident. No. It's not hard.
But this is still a banged up team.
Sure, that part matters. Yes,
who's lost 2 in a row for the first time this season against a team that has
put them losing to the Bills has nothing to do with what they're
put it together, and they're in position right now with a win and being 7-7 to be in a playoff in the conversation. NFC,
and they're also a dog shit team on the road with a quarterback who can't handle cold or pressure.
This is why we do any given Sunday. We can say
right. I'm not here to say that the Lions can't win the football game. I'm here to say that the Jets are a horrible matchup for them.
The Jets' history doesn't matter. Just told me the Jets' history doesn't matter.
Correct.
Well on. But you just said the Jets' history doesn't matter. So Goff not being adverse to Cole or being
is Jared Goff still playing for the Detroit? Is Jared Goff still playing in the NFL?
It doesn't matter if they come in and win. No.
So is Jared Goff still playing in the NFL?
Lightly.
So how
but I also
does
feel
looking at a current player's history
not just this game, but the Jacksonville game, it just sets us up for a letdown. One of these games we might get let down one of these games.
Okay,
that's possible.
Yes,
there's
a couple of things I want to say too. I'm gonna go on the letdown. Yes, the Jets at the absolute most, and this is the last thing they can afford. They can afford one more letdown. But the thing is that they have to beat Miami pretty much because as of right now, Jets and Miami. Miami's one game ahead of the Jets. The Jets can go 3-1. They just have to beat Miami. They beat Miami, they're probably in. Miami's out. So that could be a win in the game. To go back to this previous game, the only thing I really want to say is Mike White really is like a warrior because the hits he was taking, they weren't just like hits. They were like hits. They were like, oh my God, is he going to die on the field out there? Like those were big hits, and so I prop him for taking those hits.
But you know what?
So that's the one thing. The rest, the game went about as expected. And Josh Allen, the Bills, they don't want to see the Jets. That's cliche. They say it a lot, but honestly, the Jets have held Josh Allen to 2 of his worst games of his year so far. By far.
But none of this. Mike White being a warrior and the Jets defense being impressive doesn't matter because they lost the last game of the 2015 season, and they choked down the stretch of 2008, and they choked down the stretch of 1999. Obviously, like Leon Johnson throwing a bullshit halfback pass, who nobody knows why they called it, obviously matters in 2022. Why? Nobody fucking knows. Nobody knows why Brett Favre is being brought up in discussion. I have no fucking idea. It does not matter.
History, Kev. You cannot.
Yes, I can. Yes, no. Time out. Time out. No, let me speak. Let me speak. Let me speak. Talking about a player's weaknesses that have been documented over a fucking decade is way different than bringing up the 2008 Jets, who none of them are active. A little bit different. A little different. Just a tad. Come on.
Guys, pick and choose.
No, don't you guys me. I don't do that. I dunk on Jude every day for
Kev, this. Don't I've had to hear you talk about Pat Mahomes being a Jet and what the Jets should have done for years now. For years. You mean you have? What you mean to tell me?
What's your point?
So
what's your point?
That is my point.
No. Case.
This
would matter. This would matter.
Have you gotten over that?
Huh?
Have you gotten over that?
No. Why would I? No.
Okay. So
Why would I?
Pick and choose
No.
what you want
Case,
to
you
get
are
over.
no, bro.
And Jets
No,
fans
bro.
do that.
You know what
man.
would be similar here? If I said that I don't want Joe Douglas to draft a quarterback or whoever else because Mike McCagnon once drafted Christian Hackenberg. It has nothing to do with that. Nothing. I don't want Joe Douglas to draft a quarterback for different reasons. But no, I'm not. You're bringing up history to show why you feel bad about whatever the 2022 Jets
because
and their
the
chances.
Jets have been
Brett Favre
bad
playing with
team
half a
in
fucking
December.
arm has nothing to do with 2022. Is what
The
I'm telling
Jets
you.
have been a historically bad team in December.
What the
yes or
fuck does
no?
that have to do with 2022? Nothing. It has nothing to do.
Choose.
Leon Johnson,
like I said, you guys pick and choose.
Who guys here? I don't. I don't. Because I'm mad that Mike McCagnon is a fucking moron doesn't mean I pick and choose anything. Like, do I bring up the 2014 Jets to talk about today? No. For what? That was 8 years ago.
I mean, I do think it's important. I get where both of you are coming from, but I think the thing is, history probably doesn't matter. You're right. Probably, I'm using probably very judiciously here. But
no, I'm not probably right. I am fucking right. But keep going.
Oh goodness. Okay. But I will. I will also say just the fact that a lot of Jets fans are nervous. Because it's like the easy games aren't as easy as we thought they would be. It happens over the course of the season.
Bro, the easy games weren't easy when Glenn Foley was playing quarterback. That was 25 fucking years ago. What does that have to do with today? Nothing.
Well, I'm not talking about 25 years ago.
Historically bad team.
Okay, fine. You want to bring up Ryan Fitzpatrick? That was 7 years ago. We could go there. Let's go there.
Until the trend of the Jets being good in December changes, that's what's going to be.
What trend? What
trend?
The GM has been here for 3 years. The coach has been here for 2. What trend the fuck are we talking about?
Who cares? It's a historically bad
Why do I care about history?
In years we should be good. Because it looks like it's repeating itself because we lost twice to a team we should have beat.
Okay, so if the Jets lose 2 out of the last 4, if the Jets lose 2 out of the last 4 and they finish 9-8. Okay. Am I going to bring up Bill Parcells? Why? What does that have to do with today?
Listen, the Jets going 9-8 is what I predicted. That's fine.
Sure.
But what I'm also saying is to be playing with house money and being in a position to be like, oh shoot, it's not expected. We have a shot at the division. We have a shot at a comfortable wild card seeding, and watching it kind of slowly piss itself away and then fall back into that all we have to do conversation. It just reminds me of all the times, all we have to do, this team has to lose. We're scoreboard watching. Why can't I be a fan and want a fucking comfortable race to the playoffs? Why does it make me less of a fan?
Being frustrated is perfectly normal.
Less of a fan.
It's perfectly normal. I just don't understand what the fuck 1999 got to do with today, bro.
The thing is that
PTSD.
The thing is, if you're a wild card team, odds are like if you're the 6th or 7th seed, it's not going to be particularly comfortable to watch these next few games. Like, do you think Patriots fans are comfortable right now? There's some games.
I don't want to hear you talk no more. I'm gonna cut. Sorry, I'm gonna cut right in. Sorry, I have a bone to pick because that whole history commentary coming from you is rich. Because you be
me
like. I say this to you all the time. You come with a different. You want to be. I'm not gonna say rational because that's giving you too much credit. But you want to be more level-headed on this show than you are in the group chat. Where the group chat, you just want to fucking fire off at the hip and say whatever, whatever fucking emotional nonsense that comes to mind first. So every time the Jets lose a game, lose 2 straight games, go through a little adversity, it's or shit, the Patriots. The history of they're so deep in the Jets' heads and the psychology. And now all of a sudden you want to say you're probably right. The history doesn't matter. No, it can't be both. It can't be both. Why are you playing both sides of the fence? Is what I want to understand. You do this all the fucking time, and I take you to task for it all the fucking time. Like, be consistent. That's all I'm at. For better or worse, I am consistent. I ain't saying I'm always right. I ain't saying every take I've ever had is the greatest thing to ever walk Earth, but I am fucking consistent. One day history matters. History matters. Oh, what did the Jets do in 2015? As if Eric Decker and Brandon fucking Marshall are not on the fucking team anymore. Why does it matter? But now all of a sudden, you're semi-agreeing with me. Although you was
Oh my
arguing with an entire group chat for hours yesterday. Which is it? Which is
Well,
it?
the thing is, it does matter. I'm going to say it really just.
Oh, now it does matter. Go ahead. I want to hear. Oh, I want to hear this one. Go ahead. I want to hear this one. Go ahead. How does it matter?
It does matter, especially when you have the same owner of the team, which is Woody Johnson. So sometimes it's just the Patriots, for example. The same head coach for the Patriots has been there for 20 years. It's the psychology that has. I'm not making sense right now. I'm just spouting off random words. So I'm going to stop myself here.
Finally keeping the same goofball ass energy on the podcast. I can't wait. Go ahead, finish.
No, I'm done because I found myself spouting off random words.
Okay,
And
so,
it's like,
so
it
the history does matter because so we citing Bill Belichick now, right? So
Sure,
Bill
yes.
Belichick's dominant run over the last 20 years. Mind you, the guy who spearheaded most of that is not even on his team anymore. But whatever. Okay, his dominant run is why Zach Wilson sucks dick at quarterback. That's what we're doing here, because that's why they lost these 2 games. No other real reason.
He's made almost every single quarterback the Jets have employed.
What do the Jets quarterback? But here's the thing: the Jets quarterbacks have been dog shit against every fucking body. What does Bill Belichick's history have to do with anything? What does it have to do with anything? Zach Wilson's been dog shit against everybody. It doesn't matter who the fuck it is, right? Am I?
You're correct. You're correct.
So Bill Belichick, the 2007 Patriots going 16-0 has what to do with today? Nothing.
The
Correct.
Same coach is still, yes, but
what does it have to do with the Tom Brady dropping his dick all over our forehead region for fucking 20 years? What does it have to do with today? He ain't there no more. What does it have to do today?
Bill Belichick still is, and the team is awful.
So Bill Belichick is the reason a punt return a fucking punt 80 yards after the Jets put up 2 fucking second half yards. That's what we're doing. Not Zach Wilson being ass. For real, that's what we're doing. History, just like momentum, Matt. The momentum. Oh, the Bills took the momentum at the end of the first half. The Jets do good shit. They never have the momentum, according to you. Be consistent. At least you're bringing the foolery to the show. So I appreciate that.
The thing is, the Jets don't really, more often than not, you don't really see the Jets benefit a lot from momentum like you do with the other teams that play.
No, yes. You know why? You know why? You know why you think this? Because the Jets have fucking sucked for 10 years. That's why. So the momentum is just the other team kicking our ass. Is it not? Is it not?
Yes, but I'm just saying, after the CJ Mosley offsides, the Bills got, because they weren't doing much all day. After that, they got a little tiny bit more confidence.
And then where was the Jets' momentum after Zonovan Knight scored? And the Jets had a great drive to go down the field. I didn't see nothing about no fucking momentum when that happened. Why?
I was patiently watching the game.
Because you're a fucking pessimist. Just say it. It's fine. I promise. We all know this already. Hence them tepid-ass responses when people are just expressing any kind of optimism. Here comes Mr. fucking party pooper. Like, oh, I'm enjoying the Jets season. They got to make the dance first. I like watching this Jets team. Are you going to like watching them in January? That's what you fucking do.
All I'm just saying is that, and
every time you say all I'm saying, some bullshit is about to follow. But keep going.
Case got on me for saying it only matters. It only really matters once you get into January. And Case was like,
"No. Don't bring Case into this. I already addressed Case. We don't bring Case into this. I'm addressing you. This is me and you. We on ISO right now. Case is drinking his drink. He muted. He having a good old time. We talking. Me and you talking right now. Don't bring him into this.
Wow. But yeah,
because bro, in the last 5 minutes, you've told me that history matters and it doesn't matter, and then now you're explaining history matters because if Bill Belichick beat Bryce Petty back in 2017, so how would Zach Wilson stand a chance? Like, that has nothing to do with it. Nothing. I understand being a pessimist. Shit, I used to be one. I fucking get it. I mean, when Mike McCagnon was running the team, you couldn't tell me shit positive about the Jets with good goddamn reason. Don't get me wrong. But I had no reason to be positive about the Jets. Now it's like, all right, they got a GM with a clue. They got a coach who seems to have a fucking clue. It's easy to be optimistic. They play a fun brand of football. It's easy to be positive. It's easy to be fucking optimistic. I just don't understand. Like, Al Groh choked in 2000. What the fuck does that have to do with the 2022 Jets?
Here's the thing with my pessimism. The team as it is right now is enjoyable to watch defensively.
Correct.
I like what they're doing defensively, offensively. There's some struggles there. If Mike LaFleur were to leave, I would not be upset. I wouldn't care. The thing is, I'm optimistic about the team overall. The team overall, very optimistic. The problem is,
you're not. Why lie?
The pessimism comes from this. The pessimism comes from the fact that you have to maximize the opportunities you have each and every single year because things change on a year-to-year basis. Teams that people thought are good are bad. Teams that people thought are dog shit are good. You have to maximize every single year. The Jets make the playoffs this year. I'm good. They can do whatever. I don't care. I don't have Super Bowl expectations. I don't care if they win the Super Bowl. I do not care. Just get in there. You have a chance. All you can ask for is a chance. Playoffs are random. Super Bowls are random. Just get in there. Pause.
I'll ask a simple question.
I hate that take. I think that take is probably the worst take. I hate that take. I hate the idea that we have to go to the playoffs. Yeah, I hate that because Jude says that. I'm like, what does that mean? Like this Super Bowl windows are small. Playoff windows are like this. So don't care. Super Bowl windows are small. Playoff windows are this.
Windows?
Like you're talking about playoff windows like it's this.
I don't know about this, but I understand the general.
I'm just saying,
and I feel like the Jets are built well enough that
he's talking
the window to make the playoffs can be wide. Yeah.
He's talking about the playoff window as if it's a Super Bowl window. And that's why I don't agree with that take. Because it's like, if we don't go to the playoffs, you mean to tell me there's nothing to build on next year? Like, that's the kind of confusing because you have – wait, hold on, Jude. You have multiple guys under rookie contracts, right, that you have under control, right? The only person that you really got to give money to is Quentin Williams, right? You're probably going to let CJ Mosley walk if he's available to walk or trade him or whatever. And you're going to like maybe draft a couple of guys. The Jets are not in a bad position for the future. So that's the only reason I don't like that take because you're making it seem like we have a bunch of 35-year-olds. And if we don't go, then it's over. We have a lot of young talent.
Mind you, this is the same guy who's begging for Ryan Fitzpatrick back in 2016. Same guy, mind you. Since we're talking about playoff runs and not making the playoffs and it being the end of the fucking world, the same guy was begging for the guy who threw the fucking playoff chances away back in 16. Same guy, same person, same guy. And I'll say one more thing before we move on to whatever we move on to next. Maybe it's more dunking on you. I don't fucking know. I'll say one more thing. In however many weeks we've been reading Jets takes, I don't see the like we're talking about pessimism. You are a pessimist, whether you want to admit it or not, it's your own business. Fine. You're a pessimist. Optimistic people ain't bringing up the fucking 2015 Jets right now. Optimistic people ain't bringing up the fucking 2006, 99, 2009, whatever. We have a lot of choking ass years. Pick one. None of them are bringing that shit up now because none of those fucking players are playing now. So it's just you're a pessimist because you feel, oh my God, here we go again. Which do you? But you seem to be Euro stepping around the fact that you're a fucking pessimist, and it's the most obvious shit in the world. I should start a fucking poll on MI Pod tomorrow. Is Jude a pessimist? Let's see what the people think. Since this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna just sit here and fucking deny it. As if I haven't done a podcast every week with you for like 3 fucking years now, and you're gonna say to me, I'm not really a pessimist. Yes, you are. Why lie? Yes, you are. Yes, the fuck you are.
I like the way the team is right now. They are very fun to watch. I love the defense.
Oh, are you sure? The 2011 Jets choked. Are you sure?
I love the
2015 Jets choked. Like, are you sure you like this team and where it's going?
I love the defense right now. The defense right now is great. It's spectacular. Justin Jefferson and Stephon Diggs were invisible. That's all you can ask for. It's just right now. Things are harder. Things are going to be a lot harder. But we'll see if they can get it done. They can get it done, and I'm wrong. You know what? I was wrong.
Ryan Fitzpatrick wants 2-3 picks to end our season. I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, what does that say?
I don't care about being right or wrong in this situation. Only thing I care about is I would love to see the Jets have just coast 11-5 on the table. We're 1 win. We're in. I would love that. You know what I mean? As a fan of a team that I've watched, I'm just saying, as a fan of a team that I've watched my entire life and maybe only enjoyed one playoff run, maybe one, maybe two, 1 or 2 playoff runs where it's like, all right, we're going to the playoffs and it's we got this, you know what I mean? If week 18 comes and we don't have to beat Miami to go to the playoffs, and we're already in, that's good. That's good enough for me. You know what I mean? But if it's like when you're in, like 2015, like we're talking about, and it's like, yo, I really have to bank on us to win. I'm not going to be up for that. Like, I'm so used to my team letting me down, bro. And I'm saying I'm just exhausted by the conversation. I just feel like I just feel like the team had wins in hand that they dropped, and we're not even talking about the game. That's the funny. We haven't even really discussed the game.
There's not a lot to discuss, man. The Jets kind of beat themselves. Whatever. Cool. I will say this though. One thing that is exceedingly frustrating about this season is that I'm not going to say they're wasting the defense, because that feels a little bit strong when they're still in the middle of playoff contention. But it's like, if they just had average quarterback play, the Jets would be 10-3, 9-4, something like that. Like, that part is absolutely frustrating. I cannot deny that. Does it knock my optimism down a peg with the team? Not really. Cause, I mean, the things with the Jets, like, I don't expect them to do a whole lot. Like, could they get to the second round of the playoffs in the right scenario? Well, I mean, then again, if they're getting a wild card, they're going to play the Bills or the Chiefs, basically. So I don't know about that. Maybe I don't know about this. They look like a first round kind of playoff team, unless Mike White goes on a heater. Which, sure, I've seen stranger things happen. I watched Nick Foles hoist up a Super Bowl MVP. Anything is fucking possible. Okay, like, cool. Whatever. Yeah. Like, that part of it is frustrating because the defense is great. Now, on the flip side, why I'm not more angry about it is that the defense is still young. So it's like, all right, besides CJ Mosley, all the main characters should be here for a few years. Now, obviously in football, like, it's hard to predict the defense being great from year to year because fall-offs happen, people decline, stuff happens. Like, over 16 games, like, variance happens, blah, blah. But there's a nucleus in place here that makes you think they can hang around for a while and be pretty good for a while. But it is frustrating that, average quarterback play would have the Jets winning the division. Like, and I'm not even saying this as some exaggeration. They could be winning the division if they had just average quarterback play. So that part is frustrating. But Jude, you gotta stop lying, bro. Just stop. Stop lying. Just stop lying. I'm not a pessimist.
Can I just add one more thing before we move on?
Yes, go ahead.
Just one more thing before we move on. Mike LaFleur got to stop coaching like a bitch. He got to stop coaching like a bitch, man. I'm sorry. Like, I just stop coaching like a bitch, man. Like, it's so frustrating to see your team lose games because we can't score red zone. We can't score in the red zone. We're 2 for 8 in red zone trips in the past 2 weeks, and out of those 8 red zone trips, 4 targets were to Berrios. I don't want to see bitch football. I don't. The thing. We have enough talent,
but Jude likes the bitch football though, man.
I just, it's so
that's football. Like you ain't like that. Oh, but protect the ball, stay close to the vest. First half, Jude, you gonna sit here and lie in my face now? Did you not like that?
No, I'm going to say something.
We were running the ball on first down and 2nd and 10.
Don't get me fucking started. Go ahead.
For no reason.
I want to hear. I want to hear.
I'm going to say something. I'm going to say something different. I'm going to say this with Mike LaFleur. His issue, and I know it's with the Vikings game. For example, Vikings game. Garrett Wilson is going off. He's going bananas, haymakers. No one can cover him. No one can approach covering him. All that stuff. Every play I'm drawing up after Garrett Wilson does all that is for Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson's my first read. He's my second read. He's my third read. Anyone else can go. And
that's not how this works.
But the same thing goes for like today. Hold on. The same thing goes for yesterday too. Donovan Knight. He's running the ball pretty well. All of a sudden, Michael Carter comes in. He immediately fumbles. It's like, why not just keep it on Donovan Knight until he can't run anymore? That's the thing. Like,
what you wanted to run him till he's on E?
Yes.
But we didn't see Ty Johnson. But we didn't see Ty Johnson. We didn't see James Robinson. I was like, I know Carter was back, but it's like let's move on, man. That game yesterday really pissed me off because it's a game that we could have won. Like, the Vikings game is one thing, because we were mad because of the whole, like, why are you targeting Braxton Berrios so many fucking times? But this week was just like, yo, why are you coaching like a bitch? Stop coaching like a bitch. Like, your quarterback can throw. You have this undrafted free agent who can run the ball. Call some plays down the fucking field. Elijah Moore is wide open on mad plays again. Wide the fuck open. And, like, pardon my language, but this is just annoying, man. The only thing worse than the Jets playing play is Jude's failed alliance in fantasy football. Now that was
let's talk about this.
Awful.
Okay, yeah.
God awful. God damn, Jude. God damn it, Jude.
Yo, Jude went 3-0, was talking big shit. And Jude didn't realize what his history was. He didn't realize what his history says. His history says that he's gonna be a loser at the end of the day. That's what his history says. Since we talk about history and optimism and fucking pessimism, there was no reason for Jude to be optimistic about his team. For what?
Wow.
Yo.
So yeah, my fantasy team hasn't.
No. You don't gotta. You don't get to say shit. You don't get to say nothing. You don't get to say shit. You know why, Jude? Because you were talking the most shit, the alliance and this, and go, beat Kev and beat Fred, and at least I beat Case and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, Jude, you're going to need to do some things. You'll need to change some things. Nah, man, Carson Wentz, garbage time football is garbage time football, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, it's not going to last, not sustainable. Nah. And then you trade your best player in Austin Eckler straight up for Pat Mahomes, as if that was going to solve your problem when you were offered 3 different players for your running back.
None of them are Patrick Mahomes.
And hold on. And the reason why Kevin's saying this with this shit-eating grin on his face is guess who he traded Austin Eckler to?
Oh my goodness!
It's fun. The season's fun. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Fred. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Phil. Shout out to Jordan. Like, y'all made this fantasy football season this year more fun than last year. So it was a great time. The group chat was fire. I wish we did a lot more on the timeline. But behind the scenes, if we could just like archive and document the conversation that we were having, like we were all talking a lot of shit. And in the end, it was like Jude won the 3-week Super Bowl, and he won the I beat Case twice AFC Championship. So before I let Jude say anything, Kev, because I know you've been waiting. I know you've been waiting to murder this man.
So after all of that, first of all, let me ask rhetorical questions I already know the answer to. Case, can you run my record past me real quick?
I think it's 8-5.
I'm unsure of my own record. All I know is I'm going to the playoffs, something that Jude is very unfamiliar with. I'm 9-5. I'm about to be 9-5. So after all of that, like you started off 3-0. I hit a bump in the road first couple of weeks. Wasn't always great. I mean, shit. I don't even know how I'm in third place. I'm not gonna lie to you. My team is good. It just. I look at it. I see 3 dudes and a bunch of fucking Jags. And it's just like, all right, man, it's getting it done, right? But after all that shit that you talked, the first 3 weeks of the season when you were 3-0 and I wasn't, and you were gonna do this, and the alliance is gonna do that, and beat Kev and this, that, and the third, and all of that. Like, if for somebody who's so big on giving people history lessons and framing their thought process around history, what makes you think that me, a fucking winner, would ever finish behind you, a loser? What makes you think that would happen? Well, like I don't understand the thought process here. Since we're gonna go by history, you've watched me personally walk through like 5 different leagues that you're in, or 5 different seasons to trophies. Correct? You've seen me finish first place 4 or 5 different times, right? I have never once seen you in the playoffs. You are the Pittsburgh Pirates of fantasy football. Like I've never once seen you in the playoffs. But you want to talk about history and optimism and pessimism and how it frames your way of thinking, but yet want to talk big shit and throw rocks at my throne because of a 3-week sample in fucking September. And you just don't learn. Like last year, you did all of this. Oh, beat Kev. And I understood it because your season was over in October. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to my season being over in October. My season's not over when Halloween is still going on outside. My season's not over. My season is over typically in December, January. My season's over then. That's what I am used to. Now, you being the Pirates of fantasy football, you're used to your season being over September. So I totally understand why you'd be watching my team do what they do, because you never get to where I get. So I understand. Now I don't understand your thought process. I don't understand why you are talking shit. Like you know what it's like.
I just don't say nothing, Jude. No, because I don't want you to say anything.
Okay,
he wants a rebuttal so bad. I want you to finish.
So, I'm gonna say one more thing. It's like I don't know if y'all saw Jalen Rieger's comments about the Lions.
You didn't? Okay. No, I don't think I did. No.
All right, so Jalen Rieger guaranteed a win before Sunday, right? Guaranteed to win. Why they were interviewing Jalen Rieger is a question I'd like to know the answer to. But whatever. Jalen Rieger guaranteed a win and guaranteed a division title before Sunday. You ever hear the expression like bench players talking like starters? I hate it. That's what Jude is. That's what Jude is like. Why are you talking to me? Why? Why are you talking to me? Why are you talking about me? Why are you dick riding my opponents? I just want to understand all of this stuff. Why? But Jalen Rieger out here talking shit and he got 6 catches. That's the equivalent of Jude talking shit to me. Why are you talking shit to me?
Jude Rieger,
bro. Like, we got a Jalen Rieger comparison. I love this podcast. I love it so much. Man was talking big shit about drafting Carson fucking Wentz, and also not for nothing. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and he gave me Trevor Lawrence in that trade, mind you. So thanks, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And can I say this one thing before you say something, Jude? Do you know what your final record was over the past 11 games?
Not good.
3-8. 3-8.
Yeah.
Do you know now? And it's the reason why I'm saying this, because I want you to thank me after I say this. 2 of those 3 wins were against my team. So you're welcome.
So he was 1-6 against people not named Rick Ross, is what you're telling me over the course of the.
Yo, Jude bragged about beating me, and at least to beat Case. You're welcome. So instead of you being, having a worse record than you should have ended up with, you have 6 wins instead of finishing with like 4. You know what I mean? So
thank you.
Hats off.
Okay. I finally get the chance to rebut now because it was very intense.
There's nothing to rebut.
Like Kev.
Go ahead. No, I want to hear him try.
The only thing I will say is, yes, I talk shit, and that's why I don't talk shit about football. You know, I don't talk shit about the Jets now. I just say, let the games play out because it comes back and bites you. So the only thing I'm going to say is that I wish you, Kev, and everyone in the league good luck. And I hope whoever wins is a fair...
Nah.
I hope whoever wins fairly.
I don't want your good luck. Number 1. I don't want that shit. Number 2, keep the same energy you've been keeping for the last year and a half, and you've been dick riding on my opponent. Now all of a sudden you get stuffed in a locker by the entire league for an entire half a season. Now you want to wish people good luck? Nah, bro, keep that shit. No.
That humble pie.
Absolutely. I wish everyone the best of luck, and I hope they do well. People will remember what their ultimate goal is. That's all I'm going to say. There's an ultimate goal that has to be accomplished, and the people will remember what that goal is.
But bro, you bragging about beating the Case's dog shit team twice in a fucking lost year, but you want to tell us about the fucking goals?
Listen, my team was good. I drafted a good team. I just traded everybody. I drafted a good
So
team.
Your team ended up being dog shit. Thank you. I said what I said. I said what I said. So you beat
Allen Robinson. It was Allen Robinson's fault. It was Allen Robinson's fault.
Hey, man,
I would have lost every game by 10 points or 8 points or less if I kept Allen Robinson. And I was so hungry to replace Allen Robinson. I traded the best players in the fucking league. I'm sorry. I drafted a good team, and I learned my lesson. I'll be back year 3.
But also, like
year 3.
The Mac Jones, Jacoby Meyer, the Mac Jones benching led directly to a loss, and I think Jude's gonna miss the playoffs by a game. That makes this even better. Because, hey man, you might want to hate on me, and that's cool. I wear it, and I don't know why you're so concerned about what's going on at the top of things when you're consistently at the bottom.
Can we end this?
I don't know why you're so concerned, but I will wear it. But hearing you talk about, we really need to know what the end goal is, when you were cheerleading for quite literally everybody on my schedule for 3/4 of a season, because your season was done by the time my birthday came around. 10/14 is my birthday. His seasons are always done by 10/14. He's talking about alliance. You're gonna form an alliance in a fantasy football league where everybody's playing for themselves, mind you. He's talking about he's forming a fucking alliance against me. That's how highly he thinks of me.
But Kev, he did form an alliance with you.
What was the alliance?
That's the thing. It was with you. He was like, hey, you know what, Kev?
We made a fair
my
trade.
Take my running back and my number 2 quarterback, who pretty much was your number 1 quarterback at that time, because you had Bailey Zappi and Mac Jones on the same roster at one point. The alliance was with Kev the entire time.
I'm not going to agree with that, but
the alliance was with Kev the entire time.
Hey, keep the same hate coming, man, because I'm in the playoffs once again, looking to defend my title, and you are on the outside looking in once again, because that's what you do. Winners win and losers don't. Like, you're concerned about what's going on at the top of things. You probably should concern yourself with trying to make the fucking playoffs for a change. You should concern yourself with that.
Well, maybe Jude will do what he needs to do next season, which is
bro. We've been saying that for 17 years, bro. No.
Shit. Listen, Kev. I personally told Jude, here's this YouTube page, this is who you follow, and this is how you get your draft and waiver stuff, X, Y, and Z. Wow. And I don't know if he listened, because it didn't seem like he did.
I didn't listen.
And then
I thought my team would do well.
I gave you fair warning that it was sustainable, that you need to get a quarterback. You need and it was a simple just saying.
I got rid of the quarterback. I should
anybody.
I got rid of the wrong quarterback. I was impatient on Trevor Lawrence, and now Kev benefits from that. He benefits from Austin Eckler. He's the personal Bill Belichick to me right now, and he's having that shitty grin on his face, and I cannot take it. It is horrible. It's terrible. It's going to give me nightmares. I can't do this. The chair gritty, watching fucking Mac Jones get benched for Bailey Zappi, having some Negro named fucking Jawan Johnson. I've never heard of this man before.
Negro.
I've never heard of this man before. I've never heard of this man before in my fucking life.
Jawan Johnson, fantasy football hero.
Hey, those who can't, I mean, those who can do, and those who can't hate on those who can do.
I'm not.
As a great philosopher once said.
Oh my goodness,
you be hating.
He'd even say you
focus more time on your roster and less time on dick riding my opponents. How about that?
There wasn't much I can do as the middle of the season. Everyone started dying on me.
No, Jude, you were told we're not going to do this. Man. You were told week 4. You were told.
I thought Trevor and Carson could keep it up. I didn't think Carson would just be that garbage.
Why wouldn't you? Is the question.
Hold on, Kev. Garbage time touchdowns are still touchdowns. Yeah, not when your guy is not. Carson Wentz wasn't barely upright. Like
Carson Wentz is injury prone and bad, and you just ran right through those red lights.
It's like, just get somebody. Okay. Get somebody. You could have picked up somebody for waivers, whatever. Sorry. How can you be cheap in fantasy football? Jude had like $90 heading into like week 12. Jude had $93 going into like week 12.
Oh Jesus! Well, look,
$90 going into week 12, and he was starting DJ Dallas at one point, but he wants to throw rocks at me. He was starting DJ Dallas on purpose, like not DJ Dallas like after Kenneth Walker got hurt, mind you. DJ Dallas on purpose, like he was starting this guy on purpose, but he wants to talk shit about me and throw rocks at my throne and talk about how he's going to take me down, or one of his minions that don't actually like him are going to take me down. Like this is what we've been doing for the last year and a half, and he just doesn't learn his fucking lesson.
It's amazing though. This year, look, I realized my mistakes. I'm going to draft my team next year. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let the cards fall as they may, and I'm going to wish everyone the best of luck, especially you, Kev. You deserve all the luck in the world.
I'm not going to hold you. I don't give a fuck about your luck wishes. Like, I've seen the type of malice that you have displayed towards me, and You can keep it.
Malice, me? All I say was, hey guys, don't let Kev win a second time. This isn't the fucking dynasty.
That's pretty malicious, Jude, and that's fine. Like that's how you felt. But last year I won a championship. This year I'm gonna finish in third in the regular season, and we'll see what the playoffs bring me. You're gonna finish what, 8th or 9th or whatever your poverty ass team is gonna finish. And we'll come back next year. We'll do the same shit all over again. I'll probably be at the top of the standings. You'll probably be at the bottom, because those who can do and those who can't are you. So,
wow. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
With that being said, I think we've said enough. We have some other topics we want to talk about, but we don't need to talk about them because, that pretty much ended the show for me. So make sure that you follow Jude Truth at Jude Truth. Make sure you follow Kevin Lewis at KLEW24. Make sure you follow me. No, actually don't follow me. Make sure you follow us at MIPod16. I'm very serious. I'm sticking to that. Make sure you follow us. I don't want people following me anymore. I love you guys. Follow MIPod16 on Instagram and on Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Tune in Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Make sure you follow us and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please don't be a hater. Subscribe, comment, like, and share. Do you like the shirt that I'm wearing? It's the Elijah Moore tee. Go to www.mipod.store. And before we go, it was against everybody's better judgment that I don't do this, but I'm doing it anyway.
Oh God. Oh goodness gracious. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's all, folks.
Are you doing your best Kyler impression right now? I mean, is this homage?
Bank Robin season. Bank Robin season.
He's doing his best Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Bank Robin season. That's all it is in the NFL.
Right. Can we cut this off?
Robin season. And
sure.
I don't want to say why. Why would you want to cut it off, Kev? I don't get why.
This is over.
I'm an avid skier. I'm an avid skier.
I'm
an avid skier.
Bye for now, guys. Bye for now.
Should be the one wearing the ski mask at this point. Bye-bye.